At number 5, we have the nation of Mali, a nation landlocked by Mauritania, Senegal, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Algeria, and Niger. This country being the home of around 23 million people, most of whom live in the southwestern edge of the country, and is the site of the largest 3 empires in medieval West Africa: Ouagadougou, Mali, and Songhai. On Ancestry DNA, if you get Mali, it usually encompasses Mali, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, with a bit of Burkina Faso included. And on 23andMe, your Malian ancestors will be lumped together with Senegambian, Guinean, or Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. Relations between Europeans and the peoples of today's Mali began indirectly. As a result of the trans-Saharan trade that was going on, that stretched from North Africa to today's Spain and Portugal, as well as the trade routes that looped around Egypt, the Middle East, all the way to the other parts of Europe. However, 1444 would be the first time these peoples would meet directly, when the Portuguese, who had just improved on their shipmaking techniques, landed at the Senegambian coast to raid for slaves. And since this area was a vassal of the Malian Empire, all of peoples in the Senegambian region decided to apply for help from the Malian government, a call that was quickly answered with brute force and heavy defeat to the Portuguese. The Portuguese ended up coming back in the 1460s. They came back this time in search of peace and fair trade, which the Mali Empire, now crumbling, and its coastal inhabitants agreed to. Thus, the beginning of a relationship between the Portuguese traders there and the now independent Maninka traders who gave them daughters to marry, giving birth to a mixed-race class that would bring in goods from the interior to the coast. This went on for several years from the 1550s to around the 1700s. Many of these traders dealing with smaller nations provided a small trickle of enslaved people, a trickle which would explode into a huge wave as the Maninka and Fula Jihads gained ground, and the Bamana kingdoms of Segu and Karta started to expand, sending many enslaved people to Saint Louis, Gambia, and Bissau from the 1750s to around the 1840s. Enter the 1890s, and the Jihads have left 3 kingdoms standing: the Tukulor kingdom of Futaturo, Kenedugu kingdom, and the Wasulu kingdom of Samaritore, all 3 of whom were quickly conquered by the French in the coming years and added into the colony of French Sudan. Make sure you follow and like for more to go.